Hi folks, Slick Slices here. Now, those of you who've been watching the channel a while may remember that the very first Tiller's Eyewitness knife I got was a Barlow in ram's horn, and I was rather taken with that as a material. Really like the ram's horn. I think it's really beautiful. It's possibly my favourite material. You may also remember that I then got another one because I thought it was such a beautiful material. But this one's even nicer actually. I forgave this for not being a worked back knife because it just had such beautiful horn, ram's horn in it. And then I got a lamb's foot, which again has a really nice horn in it. I like the striations in it. So, having got these lovely bits, I saw this one up for grabs at the famous Sheffield Shop actually, and I was getting something else, but I was happened to see that they had this, and again it's got this sort of red, I don't know how well it shows on there, but the red striations in the horn. And this side has got just so much depth to it, it's almost like a piece of amber. So, let me push this out of the way a bit. There we are. Now, you'll have seen one of these before because I did a little video on this one. This is the equal end pen. Now, these are quite small, certainly compared to a Barlow. Much smaller, though they're quite thick. Not quite as thick as a Barlow, but you know, not so far off. So anyway, that one was in a lovely bit of burl wood, which is lovely. Burl of what particular wood I don't know, but it's just a really nice knife. This one, as I say, is in ram's horn. Now it's got some lovely file work along the back, as you can see, and it's also got this milling on the brass liners. Now I asked Lee why he doesn't do that on more of his knives, because I quite like it. And what he said to me was that when you're milling the bolsters, when you're grinding the bolsters, you often you lose that milling because you have to grind them down that far. And actually, I hadn't really thought about it, but when you look at the ends of this knife, you can see the milling is much shallower. That's because he's had to, grind that material off when he's polishing and finishing the knives. But it does go all the way around, both sides. And the file work, as is usual with these things, goes right up into both of the pen blades. They are both pen, obviously, one slightly larger and the other slightly smaller. As is traditional with these knives, it's single spring and just a perfect little. Now, if anybody ever, they talk about gentlemen's pocket knives, this is what a gentleman carries: a little knife like one of these, and they carry it in their suit jacket pocket. And you need something small and light because you don't want it to upset the line of your suit, but it's plenty big enough for opening an envelope or cutting a piece of string or anything like that. I remember my stepfather told me, in your pocket you should have a box of matches, a piece of string, a last ditch £5 note, and your pocket knife. Now, he carried a twin blade pocket knife, but one with the Kings and Queens of England on. So here we are. we've got the I logo, Witness, Sheffield, England. Nothing on the other side. And then at this end, we have stainless, Sheffield, England, I think. Yeah, stainless, Sheffield, England. So I think these are just little beauties. I think that they cost as much or more than a Barlow seems slightly iniquitous, but you know, maybe they do require more work, because although they're small, you've got two blades to put in there. You've got to get it all set up right, and then you've got all that extra milling as well. So that's very nice. The other one, I've done a video on this one actually quite recently. This is the other pen that they do. Again, it's a twin blade knife, but this is a sort of serpentine form with a Warncliffe as a main blade, and the small pen as the secondary blade, which reminded me very much of the 62 from Great Eastern Cutlery. Which has a very similar pattern. Obviously, slightly bigger blade on the. Zoom out a little bit there. It's a bit more. Slightly bigger blades on the GEC, and the handle is a fraction longer, but very much similar in terms of style and usage, except this one of course is a nice ram's horn. So anyway, what we were here to show you today was this little pen, which I think is just a lovely little, I think they're like a little jewel. That's what that's the way I think of them, with that lovely ram's horn, which is almost like amber. Between that and the glistening of the little the milling, just makes that a perfect little proper gentleman's carry knife. Okay, so if I haven't bored you too much with all of this, you might want to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you would like to see more of these, then please feel free to subscribe, and remember to ring the notification bell if you want to actually get notified. So thank you very much. Bye.